Welcome to Lesson 314, Evaluating Expressions. Today we're going to talk about numeric expressions, algebraic expressions, and how to evaluate an algebraic expression. Alright, so I just want to review your vocabulary terms. You should have all of these except for one. A numerical expression, remember, is an expression or a mathematical phrase with only numbers and operation symbols. A variable is a letter that can represent one or more numbers that can change. An algebraic expression is a mathematical expression with one or more variables. Evaluate is when you substitute for each value or each variable and use the order of operations to solve. And substitution, when you replace any variable with a number. So today we're going to talk about how to use substitution to evaluate expressions. Alright, so as a review, I want you to take a look at these and I want you to mentally, okay, you do not need to write this down, but I just want you to think, where would you put each of these? Would they be a numerical expression or an algebraic expression? Alright, so in this case, it's only numbers, so it's a numerical expression. Again, 4 times 3 is only numbers and operation symbols, so it's numeric. 75 minus 5 is also only numbers and operations, so it is numeric. And then each of the following are algebraic because they have variables. So in this case, there was z, and in that one, there is a y, and in this one, there is x. Your variables can be any letter, and like I said before, I remember this by remembering that the algebraic expressions are going to have letters from the alphabet in them. All right, so algebraic expressions are really the expressions that we are going to work with here because numeric expressions we know how to solve. We've been given those for quite some time throughout our learning process, and now we're going to learn how to evaluate problems when you have a variable. So in this case, I have the expression w divided by 11. Okay, and remember, expressions do not have equal signs. So in this case, what I'm going to do is this table tells me what I'm going to substitute for w. So you have to kind of imagine you're going to put 5 in for w, so you're going to put it into your function machine, you're going to divide it by 11, and then it's going to give you an answer. So what I do is I'm going to substitute 55 for w, so I'm going to take the 55, replace the w with it, do 55 divided by 11, and I get 5. But then now that I'm done, I can go back to w divided by 11 because this w can continue to change. I could also replace it with 66 and then do 66 divided by 11, which gives me 6. And then I can go back to w divided by 11, and then I can replace the w or substitute for w with 77, do 77 divided by 11, and that will give me 7. Right, so all we're really doing is we're looking at what the variable is equal to, and we're plugging that number in wherever we see that variable in our expression. So here's a problem that's a little bit more complicated. I did not give you this in your notes, but if you'd like to, you can put it on the margins or put it on a back page. So in this case, you have two variables. You know that x is equal to 8 and c is equal to 7. So anywhere you see a c, you put in 7, and anywhere that you see an x, you put in 8. So here's an x, and here is a c. So in this case, my problem is going to turn into 6 times, I know that c is going to be replaced by 7. That's what I'm substituting. Minus, I know that I'm going to substitute 8 for x over 2. Okay, and now I have to use my order of operations. So I know first I need to do 6 times 7 because multiplication would come before division in this case because it's first in order from left to right. So I have 42 minus 8 over 2. Now remember, when we see something like this, it's not saying that it's a fraction because fractions are actually division problems. So it's not saying that it's just a fraction, it's saying do the division. So in this case, we have 8 divided by 2, which gives us 4. So we have 42 minus 4, and then we can find our final answer of 38. All right, so essentially what we're doing is we are taking whatever we're given for our variable and we're plugging it in, we're substituting it, and we are solving the expression with it. You just have to make sure to put the right numbers in the right spots, and then remember to follow your order of operations. All right, so in this case, I gave you a table. Here is your expression, and I want you to solve the expression, and you're going to do it with 3 different numbers. So the first time, n is going to be equal to 1. The next time, n will be equal to 2. And the next time, n will be equal to 3. As always, if you have any questions, please be sure to post them to Edmodo.